All right, everybody, welcome back to the Financial Friends YouTube channel. Financial Friends is a community for people who love business, finance, and investing. So if that's you, subscribe to the Financial Friends YouTube channel. Check out the Financial Friends Twitter and all of the social media channels. We talk everything business, finance, and investing on all platforms. So go ahead, join up, and join the friend group. Today's video is about investing being fun, why you should make sure that part of your investing is fun. Of course, some of it should be serious, but I think there should be a portion of it where you are able to explore a little bit and enjoy yourself. I'm going to show you how I do that, open up the world of kind of gamified investing, for lack of a better term. Let's go ahead and dive into today's video. A like is greatly appreciated if you do enjoy any of this content. All right, so of course, disclaimer. First off, not financial advice, not investment advice, none of that, but serious investing should come first. It does for me. It probably should for most investors. Of course, this is not financial advice, so don't go ahead and change anything that you're doing because of what I'm saying. But low-cost, diversified ETFs and index funds should make up most investors' portfolios. This is a general statement. It is what I personally do. I believe nearly 80 to 85% of all of my investments are in diversified, low-cost ETFs and index funds. But of course, again, disclaimer, this video is referring to the roughly 5, 10, or 20%, depending on your risk tolerance, depending on how you have things set up, that should be fun and enjoyable and exploratory and maybe a little bit more risky than some of your other positions. As you can see here, I said 5, 10 to 20%. This could be 1%, it could be 10%, it could be 7.5%, it could be 15%, it could be 100%. It depends on your risk tolerance and you as an individual. If you like to be riskier by nature, if you like to take more risk than Bitcoin, penny stocks, art, alternative investments, speculative stocks, SPACs, those could be things that you're extremely interested in. Those could be things that drive the majority of your portfolio. Me personally, I'm a little bit less risky. I'm trying to build for retirement and do other things with my money, but these options can make up 5, 10, 20% of your portfolio. And this, what we're going to talk about today, this gamified investing style, should fall within this realm. Now, how do I go about gamified investing? What do I do? What types of investments do I make? Well, I'm going to pull up my public account, which is a stock trading account that I have. I make posts there all of the time. My @ is just my name, Brendan Chima. So go ahead and follow that if you're interested in seeing posts about these companies here. But I invest $2 every single time I either walk into a Target or order online from Target. Every single time. Starbucks, I invest $5 every single time I get a coffee, or if I were to get food or whatever from there too, I would invest $5. Yes, $5. McDonald's, I invest 50 cents every time I drive by a physical location of McDonald's. It's unique per day, so I can only drive by the same one and invest as a result of it one time per day, but I end up investing a couple dollars a day pretty much based on just that one right there. And Amazon, my mom likes to order packages, like I'm sure a lot of people like to order packages from Amazon, and so every time one is delivered to our front door, I invest $1. So there you have it. Target, Amazon, Starbucks, and McDonald's. That is the way that I prefer to do my gamified investing. You can see my positions here. I actually have a separate tab for my gamified investing through my public.com account. Target, Starbucks, McDonald's, and Amazon, and admittedly, I had invest large portions into Target and large portions into Amazon before beginning those investments, but Starbucks and McDonald's are 100% and purely funded by the either 50 cents, it used to be $1, got too expensive, the 50 cents every time I drive by McDonald's, and the $5, which it has been that amount of money since the very beginning. $5 has driven that $358.30 that you see now in that portfolio. So that's personally how I enjoy to do it. Now, there are numerous different ways that you could go about this. It could be really anything, but I wanted to kind of give you some ideas. So you might be able to invest based on prominence, which means anytime you see a company doing the one specific thing they do very well, you invest. That could be every time you see an iPhone. That could be every single time you see someone using a website or a website powered by Amazon Web Services, or you see anybody using Slack, or you see whatever it might be. And the way I can relate this particular one, prominence, is McDonald's. I do not eat McDonald's. I don't eat at fast food restaurants. However, I invest in McDonald's. I hold McDonald's. Why? Well, McDonald's is really a real estate company. There's a whole video on that. It'll be linked up above, but that's why I invest 50 cents every time I drive past the location. For me, that is the prominent portion of their business, and thus that is when I invest. So you could do something similar with other companies as well. Now, you can also invest when other people use it. Very simply, as I kind of was mentioning with Slack, maybe iPhones, you see someone using an iPhone, you invest in Apple. You see someone watching a Netflix show when you walk into their house, you invest in Netflix. You see someone doing anything with any product, and you invest in that product. You could also do this as a health benefit. Maybe anytime you think of a particular item, a donut, for example, you want to have a dessert, you might invest in Krispy Kreme instead. There's numerous different ones that you could go about. With this one in particular, Altria, who is a tobacco company, you can invest in them. Maybe if you're trying to quit smoking, you want to profit off your vice, whatever the case is, right? There are so many different options with gamified investing, with having a little bit more fun investing. And the last one here is I put ETF instead, meaning any of the time that you see any of these particular things, happening or going on, but you don't want to invest in that individual company for whatever reason. Maybe it's a risk thing, maybe it's a long-term thing, maybe it's the type of account you have set up, whatever. You can invest in an ETF instead. So let's say you're really into McDonald's, you love the fact they have real estate everywhere, you know they fall in the S&P 500, but you don't want to expose yourself directly to McDonald's. Maybe you just invest $5 every time you see a McDonald's, every time you eat McDonald's, whatever it might be, but you put that into VTI, Vanguard's Total Market Index, or VU, Vanguard's S&P 500 Index. You can just do that instead. So there's different ways you can do this. Now, this slide here, I already touched on some of these, but the point still stands. There are so many different ways you can have fun with this. Apple's up there. Anytime you use a Procter & Gamble product, you could do it. Let's say you take a medication from Johnson & Johnson. You want to pay a thank you for them creating that, that medication. You can invest in Johnson & Johnson, profit off the fact that they created a drug that now helps you. You could do that as well. Krispy Kreme, as I mentioned, is up there. Let's say every time you think of ice cream or a donut or whatever it might be, instead of going and buying that, you actually invest in Krispy Kreme instead. You profit off of, or at least hopefully long-term, profit off of that particular health benefit. JP Morgan, if you bank at Chase, every time you go to withdraw funds, withdraw an extra $5 and put it into Chase stock. Every time you go shop at Kroger, invest a couple of dollars. Your savings at Kroger, if you have a large savings because of a sale that Kroger ran, invest the difference. Lululemon, you see someone wearing Lululemon pants, shorts, t-shirt, joggers, whatever it is, invest a couple dollars there. See a UPS truck, invest. See a Rivian car drive by, invest. Every time you hear an airplane up in the sky, couple dollars into Boeing, boom. Every time you use your SoFi and platform to invest, take a couple of dollars you were gonna invest it into SoFi stock, boom. There are so many different ways you can do this, and I think that when people begin to explore these type of options, they might just have a little bit more fun investing, have a little bit better of a time, and have a small piece of their portfolio that is exploratory. Coca-Cola is a great example. Every time you sit back, enjoy a nice cold Coke after a hard day of work, you throw a couple dollars into the stock, you watch it grow, you watch it compound, you watch the dividends be paid out, and you just continue to enjoy your Coca-Cola. You feel like you're a part of the company every time you enjoy the product you love. So again, so many different ways to do this. Thank you very much for tuning into this video. I do hope you appreciate this concept. There's a lot of conceptual things I think about on a day-to-day basis. I want to bring them here to YouTube for all of you, the Financial Friends community, to enjoy. I post here 3 times a week. Subscribe to YouTube. I post daily on TikTok, daily on Instagram, and all of the time on Twitter. Make sure to check out those accounts as well. I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to leave a like. Take care.